Hello, let's tune the harp. I've got my tuning key in my right hand, my tuner. I use my phone app. There's so many great free phone apps, whether you're an Android user or an iPhone user. I use anything that's a chromatic tuner. The free ones are perfectly accurate. They'll just have more pop-up ads and you can do with those what you'd like. So tip number one, never leave your tuning key on the tuning pin by itself. I've seen so many dents on the board. Number two, it's okay to brace. I would never play this way, but it's okay to brace my thumb on the string next to the one I'm tuning so that I don't accidentally wander to another string. And number three, put the tuner on the music stand so you don't have to hold on to it and juggle things. I like to put the tuner on the side of the music stand away from the harp, just in case it accidentally falls. I don't want two expensive things crashing into themselves. So I'm going to start with middle C and go down. Sometimes sometimes the larger strings will pull the tiny strings out of tune. So it's nice to get these ones in tune first. I like to give it a steady stream of sound and then adjust my ear. I can see that one's a little bit low, so I'm going to turn a tiny bit. I'm not cranking either way ever. Alright, let's talk about what happens if your C does not sound anything close to that. Your tuner is saying it's like an A or a G or another note that's not C. So don't panic. You can back it lower. Not so much that it's floppy, but sure, I can tune it this way, towards me, so that it's way low. Now I know I'm not going to snap the string with lots of extra tension. So I can tune up, past A, past B, up to C. You can do that with any string at any time. Another way of figuring it out is play the strings around it. If I can hear that that's a little bit higher. I want to make sure that my string is not matching any of the higher strings. It's lower and then coming up to it, because I can always relax the tension, but too much tension will cause the string to break. Okay, so I'm going down. Now I'm on B. I'm tuning my B to a B flat. My tuner says A sharp, and that's okay. It's the same note, just spelled differently. The word for that is enharmonic, enharmonic. Now I'm moving on to the A flat. Your tuner might say G sharp, and A flat, G sharp, same note. Now I'm moving on to the G. And the F. What happens if your tuner is bouncing all over the place? You might have a false string, meaning that the string is not uniform diameter. It's got a notch or a thinness to one side of the string. If it's not that, it just might be that your technology is a little bit overwhelmed. You can relax it, let your tuner catch up. Try again. Or you can listen. Is there a lot of background noise? Sometimes excess vibrations can give it a different reading. Turn off the TV, turn off the blender. Hopefully it's not a blender. The heater. Mine's a space heater in my space. That's my E flat or D sharp string. Here's my D string. For those of you non-harpists tuning the harp, God bless you. You're doing great. You're tuning this for the person who's getting to make music on it. This is the one above the red string. Above is towards the harpist. This is D. So I've got my tuning pin. I'm going to push it into the neck. You won't push too hard. In the factory, they hit it with hammers. I don't advise that because you might accidentally hit the wood, miss and hit the wood. But I need to push the pin back into the tapered thin part of the hole. And here's C. Here's B flat. A flat. You can always pause this or come back to it or skip ahead if I'm talking too much. This is G. Again, I had to push that pin in. I like to compare it to another G. Here's E flat. D. And C. Ooh, my harp has a rattle in the back. I think I need to take off. I've got some electrical stuff bouncing around inside the harp. All my C's below middle C are in tune. Okay, let's go up. D. So I'm starting at middle C and going one string higher. Middle C is always the C above the harmonic curve. So when you start going up and then you read a red string, that's it. Not the one at the bottom of the red curve, not the red string at the bottom of the curve, but the string at the top of the harmonic curve. Here's D. Here's E flat, also known as D sharp. Here's F. Here's G. Here's A flat. Here's B flat. Here's C. Here's D. Here's E flat. Ooh. Irish harpers always used to tell stories during this part. I won't do that because I know that you're listening intently on the pitch. F. G. A flat. Ooh, mine's really low. Here's my A flat. Here's my B flat. Oh, still low. Some people have perfect pitch and can get right into it. Mine's relative. So you see me playing other B's on the harp means that I know what it should sound like in relation to those strings. So here's the B flat again, which is also known as A sharp. Here is C. Here's Here's D. Here's E flat. Here's F. Here's G. Whew. And you might be noticing that your tuner's not picking up some of these high strings. It's okay to pluck with a different finger if your finger's sore. This is where your ear comes in, so you can play a note that you know is already in tune because you just tuned it. So I'm playing my lower A flat and hoping to hear the somewhere over the rainbow octave. Woo, it's pretty low. Here's the A flat. And B flat. And C. Voila. 12 minutes later, harp's in tune. Nice work. Way to respect the music and help your harpist stay in tune. Nice job.